Every driver who's been out here more than a year carries the same map in his head. A lot of people think it's the one on the GPS, but the real map every driver carries is the one that says where not to stop. You're 40 minutes from the end of your clock. Batch. That's the legal countdown of your driving hours. It's 11 at night, and the app shows a rest area, 2 exits ahead, legal parking, lights on, bathrooms open. But a text comes through from a driver who's been there. Don't park on the side of the road if you have to. Not there. That message didn't come from a rumor. It came from something that already happened to somebody. Tonight, we're counting down 7 rest areas, welcome centers and service plazas, rest stops with shops and fuel. Each has a real name, a real highway, and a documented crime that made drivers change their routes. Ranked bad to worst. Every stop on this list has official records, police reports, dashboard camera footage, criminal charges that led to convictions. One of the attacks was partially caught on a trucker's own dashboard camera. Another has GPS tracking data and surveillance video from 3 different states. These aren't campfire stories. And the rest area at the very top of this list isn't a robbery at all. It's a quiet stop on Interstate 25 in New Mexico, where a 79-year-old man pulled in to rest and was stabbed to death for his family's car. The man who did it led state police on a chase and is now serving more than 30 years. You'll hear how it happened. Let's get into it. Number 7, the Biden Welcome Center on Interstate 95 northbound in Delaware. Welcome centers draw people in. Foot traffic, a well-lit lobby, the state's name on the door. That official feel makes a driver park and walk inside without scanning the lot the way he would at a truck stop. In December of 2024, a 45-year-old driver from New York pulled in around 7 in the evening. He walked toward the building and a white car pulled up next to him. The people inside started a conversation about drugs. It got worse fast. They reached through his window and grabbed a bag of marijuana. When he tried to drive away, one of them fired a gun. He survived. 5 suspects were arrested. The victim was later arrested on separate drug charges, so the story isn't about him. The trap is what matters. A well-lit state welcome center, early evening, and a crew working the lot like it was their office. The cameras caught part of it. The driver made a legal stop and became a target before he knew what was happening. A legal break, a well-lit lot, and he was still a target. The move here is simple. If you must stop, park facing the exit. Keep the engine running for coffee. Don't stay alone in the restroom. The risk isn't the building. It's standing still in a place where nobody is watching your truck. Coffee is quick. A gunshot wound stays with you. But random crime isn't the only danger. Number 6 is a service area where the attack wasn't random at all. A crew came specifically for the people working there, and they brought a sharp knife. Number 6, the Pattersonville service area on Interstate 90, the New York State Thruway. This one didn't start with a driver. A 17-year-old drove 5 others from Schenectady straight to the service plaza. They knew 2 employees were working that shift. One attacker pulled a sharp knife and cut a 22-year-old worker across his body inside the restroom. The victim ended up in the hospital. All 5, 2 adults and 3 minors, were arrested after they ran back to Schenectady. The weapon was recovered from their vehicle. Now think about where you park at a service plaza. Maybe between the building and the fuel pumps, or tucked near the back where it's quiet. If you had walked into the restroom at the wrong moment, you'd have walked straight into a knife attack. It was aimed at someone else. The group moved through that lot with purpose. They weren't looking for a random target, but anybody standing in the way was in the wrong place. A rest stop's predictability works against anyone with a regular reason to be there. That includes drivers on known routes. If you see a group arriving together, moving fast, scanning faces, use the phone. Alert the staff. Wait somewhere visible and well lit. Don't park between buildings where help can't see you. If someone knows where and when you'll be standing still, a service area becomes a meeting point you never asked for. Number 5 moves from a planned surprise attack aimed at staff to an attack between 2 people who knew each other. The rest area on Interstate 75 didn't hide the victim. It put him right where the attacker expected him. Number 5, the Interstate 75 northbound rest stop in Butler County, Ohio. October 2021, nearly noon, full daylight, sun high over the parking lot. A man named Abdoulaye Diallo walked up to Goladio Ann in that lot. The two knew each other. Whatever was between them, the rest area gave Diallo a place to find Ann alone. He stabbed him and fled south on Interstate 75. Police caught him later that day in Allen County. Ann survived and was taken to Atrium Medical Center. The other drivers inside the restroom that afternoon heard nothing until the sirens arrived. A rest area doesn't screen who pulls in behind you. If someone has bad feelings, a debt, or a broken relationship, and they know your route, they know exactly where to wait. They know where you'll be. Park visible to staff. Use the restroom with another person if you can. Know what your truck looks like from a distance and know who's around it. If someone is looking for you, a rest stop is the easiest place to catch you tired. The rest area didn't cause the attack, but it gave the attacker a place to look. But the thing that starts to become clear at number 4 is that darkness isn't what matters most. The next rest area killing happened at 7 in the morning. Number 4. The South Locust Rest Area on Interstate 80 westbound near Grand Island, Nebraska. June 19th, 2024. Gary Weaver, 72, and his wife Mary, 71, were on a road trip in their RV, towing a Jeep. They pulled in early, just after sunrise. A 22-year-old named James Thompson Jr. saw the Jeep and decided it was worth killing for. He approached them, demanded the keys, and stabbed them both. Gary Weaver died. Mary survived. Part of the attack was caught on a trucker's dashboard camera. Thompson fled at 120 miles an hour, crashed into the Platte River, and was arrested with blood on his clothing. He was charged with murder. A sunny Nebraska morning, an elderly couple stretching their legs, and a predator, a violent attacker, needed less than a minute to destroy a family. Daylight didn't slow him down at all. Never stop being careful just because the sun is up. A rest area in the morning can be just as deadly as one at midnight. If you're in an RV or pulling a vehicle, park where you can see it from the building. If someone approaches your rig and it feels wrong, lock the cab and call 911. You're not being rude. You're being alive. Gary Weaver stopped to rest at 7 in the morning. He never made it to the next exit. If you've made it this far through 4 rest areas where people were shot, stabbed, or killed, you can already see the pattern. These are legal stops, official facilities. And the danger is real because isolation, being alone, is real, day or night. What's the most dangerous moment you've ever had at a rest area? A time when your feeling told you to leave and you listened. Drop it in the comments. That's how I'll know who actually made it this deep into the video. If this kind of map matters to you, hit subscribe. The worst 3 are still coming, and they change what you think a rest area can be. Number 3 is where the danger stops being random and becomes planned. A truck driver was followed for 300 miles. The rest area where he parked gave the person behind him exactly what they needed. A man alone in a sleeper cab. Number 3, the rest area near Interstate 80 at Delle, Utah by the Nevada line. September 2024. Jaswinder Singh was found dead in his cab, tied up and stabbed, attacked with a knife. The investigation pulled surveillance video from 3 different stops. They got footage from a Sinclair gas station, from Wells, Nevada, and from Winnemucca. Every time Singh's truck pulled in, a white Mercedes arrived within a minute, 3 stops over 300 miles. A hooded figure walked up to Singh's cab around 3:30 in the morning while he was sleeping. GPS data later showed the 2 vehicles moving together. They took a road parallel to the highway. Then Singh's truck stopped for the last time. The investigation led to the arrest of Jaswinder Singh Dhillon, and later Singh's ex-wife, Jatinder Kaur Purawal. Both were charged with murder and kidnapping. Singh's own daughter told investigators she believed her mother was capable of killing her father. A trucker's route is predictable. The people who knew his schedule used it to map every place he'd be alone. Vary your stops when you can. Trust your feeling about anyone who seems to know your movements too well. If you suspect you're being followed or tracked, report it before you park. Jaswinder Singh's route was his living. For the people who killed him, it was a roadmap. But number 2 isn't about someone following you for miles. It's about a person who used the one thing every driver trusts at a rest stop: a uniform. Number 2, the Hardeeville Welcome Center on Interstate 95 northbound in South Carolina. Easter Sunday, March 31st, 2024. A visitor pulled in overnight and was approached by a man who called himself security. He wore a uniform-looking outfit and told the man he needed to check him out before he could enter the building. The visitor trusted him. Why wouldn't he? A uniform at a welcome center means safety, but the uniform was a lie. The man's name was Jesse Taylor, 59 years old, and he wasn't employed by anyone. He pulled a knife, stabbed the visitor, and sent him to the hospital with serious injuries. The overnight employees inside called 911 and stayed with the victim until police arrived. Taylor fled, but 4 days later, he tried the same trick at another welcome center in North Augusta. This time, the real staff and visitors recognized he wasn't legitimate and stopped him. He was arrested and charged with armed robbery, first-degree assault and battery, and weapon possession. And let me be fair to the people who work at Hardeeville. The real employees did their job that night. The danger wasn't the facility. It was a man who understood that a uniform earns trust at a rest stop, and he used that trust. A uniform at a rest area doesn't prove anything until you've checked it. Ask for a name tag. Confirm with the front desk. A real security guard or officer carries a radio and a badge number, and they'll have a reason to approach you. If it feels off, it is. The uniform wasn't real, but the knife was all too real. And then there's the rest area that tops this list. Tinaja on Interstate 25 in New Mexico. Because what happened there wasn't a robbery gone wrong or a personal conflict. It was a man who saw a car he wanted and killed the driver for it. Number 1, the Tinaja Rest Area at mile marker 435 on Interstate 25 in New Mexico. April 14th, 2024. David Adams was 79 years old. He pulled into Tinaja to rest, to stretch his legs on a long drive. A man named Dorian Ray from Georgia saw the BMW Adams was driving, the family car, and decided it was his. He stabbed David Adams multiple times and left him on the pavement. Then he got into the BMW and drove away. A New Mexico State police officer spotted the stolen car on Interstate 25 and tried to pull it over. Ray led them on a pursuit before he was caught. He admitted guilt to murder and armed robbery. The sentence tells you exactly what the court saw. He got 15 years for the murder, plus an extra 5 years, another 9 for the robbery, and 7.5 for the pursuit. That's over 30 years total. A 79-year-old man killed for his car. A wife who lost her husband and her vehicle in a single stop. There is no confirmed time of day for this one. It could have been daylight, it could have been evening. It doesn't matter. The trap at Tinaja was the same trap that worked at every rest area on this list. Isolation, predictability, and a predator, a violent attacker who understood the place. The sign told him exactly where to find a target not moving. If you're alone at a rest area, especially in the Southwest, there are few services. Treat isolation as a warning, not a comfort. Keep your keys on you. Know where your vehicle is. If someone approaches your space, move to the building or get back in the rig. 7 rest areas, 7 victims, and one thing they all had in common. The sign over the door said, "Welcome." The person walking toward them brought something else entirely. These aren't 7 random crimes. They're 7 examples of the same thing. A legal parking space where isolation, predictability, and a predator's timing came together. The only thing between a driver and being a victim was whether he knew the name of the place before he parked for the night. The people who were hurt or killed in these places didn't make a mistake by trusting a legal stop. The danger was real, and it came from a predator. This isn't about blame, it's about truth. Here's the question for the veterans watching. What's the rest area you'd warn a rookie about? One that's not on this list, but that you've removed from your own list of safe stops? Drop it in the comments. We read every single one, and the best answers turn into the next video. If you learned a new exit to avoid tonight, let the channel know. Hit subscribe so your map keeps getting sharper. I promise I won't send you to a rest area. Until next time, stay safe.